Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Budsy bottle and Luca Q7 Mini with a special atomizer in it. I put a B atomizer, so we're going to get billowing clouds, diamond dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, when you enjoy today's video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all of your comments. Let's get started with today's important topic. Are you feeling a little bit overwhelmed in life? Has life overwhelmed you? It overwhelmed me recently. I'm hit my wall. The past few weeks reminded me what it's like to feel overwhelmed with life. It's very hard, very difficult. Physically, emotionally, exhausts you. Your energy levels completely go down the drain, and you feel lost. But thankfully, there are ways for us to turn it around. I am no expert, but you know what? There are basics. And when you're in the thick of things, when you're having these horrible situations overwhelming you, there's got to be a way that you don't have to feel so completely overwhelmed, so completely boxed in. We have to talk about it. There are a lot of things in the world, in our lives, we cannot control. Think about it. There are a lot of times that we just have to give ourselves a pass and allow ourselves to roll with the punches. But we also, even though we're acknowledging what's beyond our control, don't want to throw the towel in. We should do the level best we can to avoid emotional and mental overload. Guess what? Most of us are not doing that. Most of us stumble our way in, max out our capacities, taking on more and more and more, and we get pushed or push ourselves to the point we're barely keeping our feet on the ground. And then sometimes the unexpected does happen, and boom, complete and total overwhelming happens to you, like a cloud of gray dust over your eyes and head, obscuring your vision, your thoughts. There's no way to get out of it. Well, guess what? No one's immune to it. I've done a tremendous amount of thinking and work to try to put myself into a better place, balance-wise. Sometimes I push myself too hard. I've been trying to get myself feeling better. Sometimes I try too hard. It gets overwhelming. So overwhelming, as a matter of fact, that you hit a wall you can no longer hit through. Not a glass ceiling you can push through. It's a solid brick wall. So you got to learn that lesson. And even if you're a person who thinks that you're managing to do it all, do everything, you must check with yourself about your priorities. You must be realistic about your capabilities. And we must do the best to leave space in your life, in your schedule, for breathing. We've got to learn to let go of that perfection in our mind and accept how messy real life really gets. So what do we do when we get so overwhelmed? We've got to create the balance. That's right. Sometimes there are things that can help you feel grounded during the chaos. Think about the basics, taking care of yourself. Primary. Go back to the basics. Drink water, eat right foods, get rest, exercise if you can. And you know what else you can do? Make sure that you understand you're not the only one suffering. Everyone understands what overwhelm means because they've overdone it themselves many times. Do everything you can to do, everything you can think to do, without overwhelming yourself, without doing too much. Well, the difficult part is you're going to do it, keep doing it, and you're going to keep doing it till it's too much. How do you know when it's too much, before it's too much? You've got to learn to start to say no. I'll say it again. When you're feeling overwhelmed, start thinking about saying no to every non-essential request or invitation from the world other than yourself. You're already struggling with your physical. You're already struggling with your emotional. You're already struggling with what's in your own home. You know what? It's going to be so critically difficult if you start to move beyond that because you think you can. This is not Thomas trying to get to the top of the hill right now. Say no. Start saying no. You won't be letting other people down. Be honest. Everyone has felt overwhelmed at some time. People will be empathetic to your situation. Text back, sorry, I don't think I can. I got too much on my plate right now. Well, you know what? If you're in a professional situation and you have things you think you need to get done, but you're still backed up and you got too much on your plate right now, guess what? Try to let somebody else help you. I know that's a novel topic to a lot of people who like to get things done themselves. Try to let someone else help them. Overwhelmed comes from a lot of different places. Try not to compare yourself to others. Think about how overwhelmed you feel, and you're going to think, oh my God, that person living in that house over there, they're not as overwhelmed as I am. Look how easy their life is. Stop it. You have no idea what the inside of that person's life is like, number one. Comparing your life to others might give you a temporary sense that everyone else has their life under control, but they don't. It's fake. They don't. Don't look outward. Focus on inside. Find gratitude about where you are and about how much you've achieved already. Think about the tough things you're doing just to put your 2 feet on the ground, one in front of the other every day. Maybe try journaling, writing about it, memorialize it, put it in writing so you understand and you can look at it every day and say, you know what? That's what I felt like. I felt the same way now as I did then. I'm going to be okay, even though I'm overwhelmed. You see, ultimately, we have to become realists about what we can and cannot control. We need to realize acceptance, if you will, of the realistic plan. Instead of, oh, I wish I could do this. I ought to be doing that. Why aren't I doing that? They can do that. Shouldn't I do that? Forget all that. Put your own plan together. Write yourself a step-by-step plan. That's right. When you're overwhelmed, whether it's at home with household stuff, physical health, or work projects, or intersocial situations, getting everything that you need to do out of your head onto a simple to-do list will ease your strain. I promise you. And when it's time to take action, you have nothing to think about. You look at your plan. You follow the plan. You don't have to put super specific items. You just write general things. Make it to dinner. Don't forget to take the stuff out of the refrigerator. You don't have to write the details. Your brain will figure out the rest. And you see, overwhelm. That means there's too much. There's too much flying in. There's too much in our brains already, and there's too much coming in and out. So let's declutter a bit. Think about what I'm talking about. The power of decluttering is a truly healing thing because owning less is less to worry about. It's as simple as that. When you're feeling overwhelmed, don't start a big project. Don't plan to declutter your closet or clean out your garage when you're overwhelmed. Pay attention to the clutter that comes to the surface during the stressful times. When you're not on top of stuff, what pops up? It's random. Well, maybe you want to neaten the blankets on the sofa. Oh, you know what? I want to move the flower pot to the left instead of the right on the deck. There's small little things in the truth. But when you're overwhelmed, that little thing is that thorn, is the pebble in your shoe, and they all add up when you're struggling just to keep your head above water. So declutter your life out there. You can do it. Declutter your life. Find ways to make the little things in your life more meaningful. If you do, when you do, you will feel less stress. You will feel better. Now, welcome. We're going to have our Budsy bottle and our Q7 Mini Diamond Dab of the Day. I want to thank you all for being here talking about a difficult topic. What do we do when we're overwhelmed? It is a difficult topic because many of us get overwhelmed in life. Here's somebody, Amazon or somebody delivering. Please, I apologize for her barking. She'll stop as soon as the person moves away from the front of the house. I might have to yell, Shuggy! Shuggy! Come on up to daddy! She's the best. Here we go with our preheat. And we're going to have our 9-second heat up process on our preheat. The Q7 offers that. It's a nice feature. I like it. Down to 1, 0, and now we're going to hit. Here we go. Our Q7 Mini, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining the Real Senior Stoner. Cheers. Whew. This is the Cloud Coil. Coil B, and it works incredibly well. Let's try it again. Where else except America can you take your water bottle and your e-nail out for a drive? Cheers, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Remember, everybody feels overwhelmed at some time. You can deal with it. This is the Real Senior Stoner. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining me. Cheers, everyone.